A sister claims that 80% of black women don't like brothers. I mean, wow. Women in Western society are at a point where they are pushing men away as quickly as possible. They have all of the best black men rushing to Asia right now to go and find a woman in Asia or just to chill in Asia and spend the rest of their days in happiness and living simple lives of luxury and comfort. Because there's a lot of these black guys that are going to Asia and they're not getting into relationships. They are literally just chilling over there. They're stacking bread and living lives of simple luxury. No stress, no problems, none of that. They are just enjoying their lives. And you have a lot of these dudes who are computer programmers, lawyers, engineers, men with extraordinary skill sets, men who earn six figures that are leaving Western society. Some of them have left, been gone for over a decade or decades, and they are not coming back. They are not looking back at the West. And black women continue, just like women in general, continue to put out this type of message that, oh, they don't like men. They don't like the men in Western society. They don't want the men in Western society. And they don't care if these men they don't care if these men go, and yet they constantly attack the passport kings, attack the women who are in these countries where the passport kings are going, attack entire ethnicities of women just because they are of the same ethnicity of women who are dating the passport kings or marrying the passport kings. You have these women in Western society attacking women who are in Singapore, women who are in South Korea, women who are in China, women who are in countries where the women are not even looking for black men. Women in these countries are not predominantly looking for black men. They prefer the men in their countries. Most of these women, there are there women who will date black men in these countries, obviously, but that's not their central focus. And yet, black women are attacking women right across the board just for being Asian. Think about that carefully. Just because there are some countries, Asian countries, where the women in these countries want these men, they are furious because they are furious that there would be any other women in the world that are taking the men that they don't want. Because even though they don't want these men, they still want to use these men. Notice what I said. Notice what I did there. They don't want these men, but they want to use these men. And they are now furious that there are other women who are taking these men who want these men, and now they're able to get what they want from these men because they are providing value to these men that women in society, in Western society, do not want to provide, and in many cases cannot provide. When I see stupidity in my comments, or you have guys saying that these women can do these things, they just don't want to, I think that these guys are fools. Like, if you're dealing with women who do not cook, do not clean, they've spent their into the entirety of their lives in their masculine, okay? They don't know how to be a wife. They don't know how to be a mother. They don't know how to take care of a household. Look at how they live. They order everything from Uber Eats. They order everything from DoorDash. They cannot cook for themselves. They cannot clean for themselves. They are not living as functional adults. And they've done these things for 20 or 30 years. And you seem to believe that somehow they're just going to magically develop the skill sets necessary to do these things. That's foolish. At best, they will do these things, you know, poorly. And they will resent doing these things because they have that masculine energy. And it's frightening that there are men who still think that, like, well, if the women change and they start doing these things, they're now marriageable. No, they're not. Femininity is not something that you can just switch on and switch off. If they spend their entire lives as masculines, these are masculine people. These are masculine women. They don't know anything about femininity. Femininity is a part of of your personality trait. It doesn't matter if a woman is single or if she's in a relationship. That should not change her frame of mind. All right? It should not change whether or not she's feminine or masculine. If she is a masculine person, if she has always been a masculine person, she is not going to become a feminine person, period, because she knows nothing about that. She likes to do masculine things. She is a masculine individual. She thinks in a masculine way. What some of these men are doing is they're getting fooled, you know, they're getting fooled by these women who are like saying that, oh, they want to be in their soft girl era. These are masculine women who want to live lives of luxury and comfort, not simple luxury, luxury and comfort. Okay, so after they've been out there, they've lived their lives, they've acquired these large body counts, that would make John Wick think twice. Like it's like, they want to go and live these lives of ease, and some dudes are like, well, they're in their at least they're entering into their feminine. That's not feminine. They're just trying to use you. After living these lives in the streets, they're just trying to now turn around and have someone come along that will subsidize their living. They're looking for a plan B guy, and they don't want no broke boy. They don't want no scrub. Okay? A scrub is a guy who can't get no love from me. You know? It's hanging out on the passenger side of her best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. This is how they are. They don't want you. They want millionaires. For them to be in their soft girl era, they need a millionaire or a billionaire that's going to allow them to live lives of extreme comfort and then call that femininity. That's not femininity. Okay? That has nothing to do with femininity. There are a lot of women who live in countries where they have no money and they have to do tons of labor. They have to go out, they have to, if they have animals and they're fortunate enough to have animals, they have to do work on farms. They have to milk cows. They have to gather eggs. They have to prepare food for their siblings. They have to do a lot of things. They don't even have a bathroom. They in the house. They don't have running water. They have a they have a like so, they have like a toilet in the backyard or a hole in the backyard, and that's where they go to the bathroom. When they take baths, there is no shower. There's no bathtub. They take a bath in the back in the back in the yard in the backyard. Sometimes they don't even have a curtain, and that's where they go and bathe, and that's where they all bathe. And this is how they live, but they are still feminine because that is how they are raised. They are raised to be wives and mothers, and they try to hold on to the simple things because femininity is a part of a woman's personality. It is not something that she can just pick up and then throw away when she wants to. And women in Western society, they are raised as masculine individuals. All they know is masculinity. They don't know anything about femininity. They don't know anything about being a feminine woman, about being a wife, about being a mother, about taking care of families and children. Women in Western society, they don't want to raise children. They see housework and chores and these types of things as oppression. They see having to listen to your husband and be there for your husband and your children as emotional labor. Guys, they call being a wife and a mother is emotional labor. And in the United Kingdom, they were actually demanding around 5 years ago or more that they would receive payment for this. And they are still fighting for this in Western society, saying that women should be paid by the government for being wives and mothers. Imagine this. Imagine a man saying that he should be paid for being a husband. People would laugh at him. But women say that they should be paid for unpaid work in the home. Your payment is the fact that you have a husband and he is providing for you. He is going out into the world and he is acquiring wealth and resources and bringing them back so that you can stay home and and be a wife and be a mother. They don't view it that way, okay? Because they view the man as property and whatever he has belongs to her. But that's not enough. She wants more. Women can never be happy because they will always want more. There's, and even when you look at women who have everything, they have all millions of dollars, they have it all, they'll still turn around and cheat because if they are in a state of so-called happiness for too long, where they have everything that they want, They get bored of it. They get bored of it, and of course, what do? They turn back to the streets and the men in the streets, because it's from the streets that they came, and it is to the streets they shall return. Guys, don't forget I have another channel called Angry, where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, and whatever else interests me. There's a link to it in the description of the video. Go check it out, subscribe to the channel, support my work, and if you're enjoying the content on this channel and you want even more of this content, head over to the Men Walking Away channel. There's a link to the Men Walking Away channel in the description of the video. Go check it out. I release daily videos on that channel, so you will always have something to watch. There's a link in the description of the video. Check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Support my work. A Sista claims that 80% of Black women don't like the Brothas. That's unfortunate, but that's just the reality that men are now living in, and that's why men are walking away from Western society and instead choosing to focus on themselves and their own happiness. Let me know your thoughts on this, guys, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video, and just remember that all roads lead to MWA and Men Walking Away. And cheers.